Hello again. This is Elliot with cloudfinity Labs, and today I'm bringing you another short video, just showing you some things that you can do to make your day-to-day life just a little bit easier with some things that you may be working on. The past couple of weeks, I've talked a little bit about Kubernetes and Kubernetes security. I'm going to get back to that on next week, but this week I had a challenge in that I was completing a security assessment that I was doing for a client, and some of you may have run into the same issue before when doing an assessment of some type. In this case, we have a list of control objectives that we have to meet as part of the assessment right here, and we also want to recommend to the client some services or tools that they could deploy to meet that control objective. Now, if you're using Google Sheets, you may have run into the same issue that I have, is that you can only input one value per cell. But as is often the case when doing an assessment and with meeting a control objective, sometimes there are more than one type of service or tool that could be deployed to meet a given control objective. So let me show you something very quickly that you could do to address this issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the data validation field in Google Sheets. So we're going to highlight the cell that we want to use. Going to go to data validation. Make sure that the cell range that we're tracking in is tracking, and to denote this tab here, and the cell is B2, and we're going to go to the criteria is going to be a list from range. So we click there, but what I've done here is I've also already preloaded the services that I want to use here. So we select that whole range from A1 to A10 and say OK. And we're going to add the validation input here. And we're going to say, we're going to save it. And now we go back here and voila. Now I can click. But there's an issue. I can still only select one service from the drop down. How will we get over this? Well, there is a solution. What you have to do is you have to actually create a script, use a script that is out here on GitHub. This guy, Arthur Atwell has created this. You can see him. You can go to his GitHub page right here and get this code. I've already loaded these two scripts here, and I'm going to show you how to do those now. So I go back to my spreadsheet, and the first thing I'm going to do is going to go to Tools, Script Editor, and I'm going to create a script. Create the script for multi-select. Select that. And I'm going to paste that there. And I'm going to File, Save, multi-select.gs. Give it that name. Great. And now we need to add a new one. Wait a minute, I want to make sure that this is okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now we have that. Now we're going to create a new one, file new, HTML file, and it's going to be dialog.html. And we're going to paste in the HTML that's over here. Again, we got this from the Arthur Atwell GitHub site. and we paste this in here, and we're gonna save that. File, save. So we got that. So now we're gonna go back. Now that we have that, we're gonna go back to our form, and we should be able to refresh this, and we should see our script. There we are. So now we have our scripts. So the first thing we want to do is we want to copy this. We want to copy everything that we have in the data validation here, copy it all the way down here. So now we have that. But now what we want to do is, if we want to do a multi-select, what we will first do is we would choose, go here, blank this out, remove that selection. Just remove all of these selections. Remove all these selections. I know there's an easier way, guys, but it's almost midnight, and I want to get this video out to you guys. Okay, so now we want to select a tool for a code assessment. So have to make sure that you're authorized to use that, and you choose allow. And voila. So now for a code assessment, I'm going to use Sonar Cube and check marks, and select, and voila, those are now selected there. And at API vulnerability, we would choose CloudTrail is going to show me my API. And let's see, we'll just choose that for now. And web application firewall, I don't, so just choose AWS. Let's see, refresh there, so now I can choose my AWS firewall, select there, and that's it. There you have it, folks. That's just wanted to show you very, very quickly what you can do and how you can create that. Again, let me show you this the GitHub site here. It is Arthur Atwell, and you're just going to create, or you're going to go to, on your Google Sheets, you're going to go to Tools, your script editor, and you're going to make sure that you create a script. You're going to create, the first script that you're going to create is you're going to create the multi-select.js. Secondly, you're going to create this HTML for dialog.html. That's what's going to cause the pop-up box to pop out here to your right side, to where you can then select what you want to input on. And there you go. So I can now just choose an option, or if I privilege user management, I'm going to refresh validation here. I haven't added, I can probably use Dome 9 for that, but this is just to give you an example of what one could do, and select that. And now we want to do deployment automation. We're going to use, going to refresh this, and we're going to use HashiCorp Terraform for that. And there you go. There you go. Now you very quickly created a spreadsheet where you can input multiple fields just by choosing a drop down. If you have any questions about it and you need any help setting it up, send me an email at elliot@cloudfinity.io. That's Elliot with 2 L's, 2 T's at cloudfinity.io. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Cloudfinity Labs, and also follow us on our LinkedIn page, also at Cloudfinity Labs. We love to interact with you and to exchange some information with you. I hope this little video was helpful to you. It certainly saved me a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of time when having to try to reformat and try to rethink some things. This is something that'll come in handy if you're doing a lot of risk assessments or need to use, if you find yourself using a lot of spreadsheets. But again, this is my time today. I'm Elliot Abraham, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you.